It was an ordinary Tuesday in downtown Los Angeles. The sun was beginning to set, casting a golden glow over the city. People hustled down the sidewalks, oblivious to the passing moments. But among the crowd was an elderly woman, her hair graying, and her steps slow, her face marked by confusion and worry. She seemed lost, her eyes darting around as if trying to recognize something familiar in a place that felt foreign to her. Her name was Margie, and she had Alzheimer's. She had wandered away from her family earlier in the day and, unable to remember how to return home, found herself trapped in the busy streets of the city. As she stood there, a sense of panic began to creep in. She didn't know where she was or how she had gotten there. The sounds of the city felt overwhelming. The noise, the people, all blending into a blur. Just then, a black SUV pulled up beside her. The door opened, and out stepped none other than Clint Eastwood. He had been driving through the area, on his way to a meeting, when he saw Margie standing there, lost and vulnerable. Something in her eyes caught his attention. Without a second thought, Clint approached her. "Ma'am, are you all right?" he asked, his voice calm and reassuring. Margie, still confused, tried to answer but only mumbled. Clint could see that she was struggling, her mind clearly not able to process the situation. He gently guided her to the car and helped her inside, making sure she was comfortable. "Don't worry," he said softly. "I'm going to get you the help you need." Clint didn't rush. He knew this wasn't just about giving Margie a ride. Something deeper was at play. He drove slowly, letting her get her bearings as much as she could. He noticed that she kept repeating the same question, asking where she was, where her family was. Clint's heart went out to her. He wasn't just a Hollywood star. In this moment, he was a man who saw a woman in need, a woman who deserved compassion and care. After a few minutes, Clint decided to take Margie to a nearby nursing home, hoping they could help her reconnect with her family. As he parked the car, Margie's face lit up with a fleeting recognition. She had remembered something. "My daughter," she whispered. "I need to find her." Clint smiled gently. "We'll find her together, don't worry." He took out his phone and contacted the local authorities, explaining the situation. They quickly took action, pulling up to the nursing home within minutes. Soon after, Margie's daughter, Janet, arrived, her face filled with relief as she embraced her mother. "Thank you," Janet said, wiping tears from her eyes. "I can't tell you how much this means to me." Clint nodded, his expression soft. "It was nothing, just happy to help." The following day, the story of Clint's kindness went viral. News outlets picked up the heartwarming moment, praising him not just for being a Hollywood legend, but for being a good man. Social media exploded with admiration, people sharing their own stories of unexpected acts of kindness. The viral hashtags #ClintHelps and #KindnessMatters flooded the internet. What made the story even more touching was that Clint's simple act of helping a lost woman had sparked a global conversation about Alzheimer's awareness and the importance of helping those in need, no matter who they were. But what no one expected was what Clint did next. A day later, he appeared on television, not in an interview about a new movie, but to announce an initiative he had been working on in secret, a foundation dedicated to providing resources for Alzheimer's patients and their families. Clint had partnered with several organizations to create a nationwide program that would offer free assistance, including respite care, home visits, and education on dealing with Alzheimer's. His announcement took the world by surprise. This wasn't just a publicity stunt or a fleeting moment of kindness. It was a long-term commitment to making a real difference in the lives of those affected by the disease. Clint's foundation quickly gained traction, and within months, it was helping thousands of families across the country. His dedication to the cause went beyond just offering financial support. Clint used his platform to raise awareness, appearing on talk shows and speaking at conferences about the challenges faced by Alzheimer's patients and their families. He shared his own personal reflections on the importance of community, compassion, and love, values that, according to him, had always guided his life but were now more important than ever. For Margie and her daughter Janet, Clint's actions had changed their lives in ways they could never have imagined. Margie's condition, had progressed, but thanks to the foundation's resources, Janet was able to find better care for her mother. The emotional toll that had once weighed heavily on her shoulders was now shared by a network of people who understood her struggle. One evening, as Clint sat at home, reflecting on the journey that had led him to this point, he received a letter from Janet. It was heartfelt and emotional, thanking him not just for his initial kindness, but for everything he had done since. "You didn't just help my mother that day," Janet wrote. "You helped our whole family find hope again. You showed us that we are not alone, and that kindness can truly change lives." The impact of Clint's actions rippled out far beyond that one day in Los Angeles. His initiative gained international recognition, with celebrities and ordinary people alike rallying behind it. Schools started teaching children about Alzheimer's, and local businesses began offering discounts to caregivers. But perhaps the most significant change was the conversation Clint had started, a conversation about empathy, kindness, and taking action when you see someone in need. Years later, Clint's foundation would continue to thrive, making a real and lasting impact on the Alzheimer's community. And for Margie and Janet, their lives had been forever altered by a simple moment of compassion. What began as a chance encounter with a lost woman had transformed into a movement that not only helped people with Alzheimer's, but also reminded the world of the power of kindness. And as for Clint, he would always remember the day he helped Margie, not because of the media frenzy or the public praise, but because he had been able to make a real difference in someone's life, a difference that would echo long after the cameras had gone.